for your job as a consultant, then what was the harshest word that you ever heard from someone that made your speak for this career?
I don't think there is, so far I never I was quite lucky, but recent case at a roadshow when we thought that this guy is potentially can be a good financial consultant because the way that he's trying to sell and promote his services, but he just said, 我看不起卖保险的人. They're like, oh, okay. They're like shocked, like in your early 20s, you tell us that 你看不起卖保险的人, then it's like, okay, but you have not yet even go in depth to understand the way we work, and you just give us such a comment, then because you think that we are doing roadshow, we are like poor agents, or we are just like selling ourselves under the sun and whatsoever. No, I guess, I don't know, is it a stigma they grew up with from their parents or something? So I guess it's a bit harsh lah. Like, okay, but we take it easy because like other younger consultant was just like, okay, they haven't seen how much you earn actually. So just treat it as a passing remark. Of course, I would say that we will definitely want to speak to all these young people that have all this stigma against insurance agent or even a financial consultant. I feel very sad.
Well, actually, to add on to you, right now we don't just sell insurance, right? We are doing a lot of things, right? I mean, we can do your private equity fund, right? Your IFAs, your general insurance. Everybody needs general insurance, right? Like car insurance, motor insurance, your fire insurance, etc. Right? And then, of course, as the industry evolves, right, there will be more FA set up. So with more FA set up, the range of service being provided from us to the consumers will be a lot more. So it's really like, I mean, to debunk this, right, is unlike last time my boss, right, or like 20-30 years ago, you really have to, there's only 2 or 3 products that you sell, right? But now there's a range of services we can provide. Right? So probably, I mean, if I'm there, I would have told this to this young man.
Challenges, I will say that maybe based on those 6-7 years of being in this industry, right, I would say that the main challenges is really finding time for myself. Yeah, I think because all along we have to juggle between servicing the client. If you have a team, you have to build a team, train a team, guide them, go for appointments with them. At the same time, you also have to find time to spend with your families, with your loved ones, with your partner. So more often than not, I do find some consultants not allocating or setting time aside just for themselves, just for like their own me time. And I do feel that it can become very stressful and overwhelming lah. Yeah, so I think it's good to put a conscious effort, or if you do have some of the friends around, colleagues around, I would say that it's actually awesome to have them to be very close around you, to be with you and remind you that actually sometimes give you reminder lah, like darling, I think it's time for you to take a break leh. Yeah, do you like want to take a time off, or do you want to like go out together or somewhere? Yeah, I think apart from all those kind of work kind of challenges, client challenges, I think as long as, like just now what Desmond mentioned, as long as we are able to continuously keep a positive mindset, which usually comes with spending more me time understanding yourself, right? I think that's important, and especially more towards benefiting us in the long run lah. Yeah. Harsher words. Honestly speaking, I don't think that any prospect, clients, their words will really affect me. But I think most of the time it's usually the family members lah, the words. Yeah. I mean, right at the very beginning, I also don't have the support from my parents to join this career. Yeah. So sometimes even when they do give some passing remarks, it might come in very hurtful. Yeah. But then it's also you yourself, you have to tell yourself, like it's okay. Then I just make sure that I can do well in this career to prove them wrong. and also at the same time to make them proud lah. So it's like a bit of an irony, you know, like I want to make you proud, I want to, you know, let you have like a better retirement life, right? But at the same time, you are the one that try to like say, yeah, don't try this industry, you know, how about just stick to something that you have your degree for. Yeah. But otherwise, I think all is good.
Challenges, I would say, when meeting a client, right? So, you have to manage your client's expectations. So before you say certain things, or you just be, you know, not say anything wrong or something like misleading to them, to confine that, oh, this is the accurate information that you should be giving. Yeah. And of course, like 想有点要想想 challenges like 太多了，你知道吗？太多了，不知道我要。
Okay, I thought of one challenges. Don't know whether you all will think it's a challenge or not.
Okay.
So if your parents ask you how much you earn, is that a challenge to answer them?
I mean from the very beginning, right, there's just, my answer will always be very standard. 这样咯，OK 咯，这样。
But they say they will prompt further that 你一个月大概赚多少? Because this is one of my common questions from one of the consultants. They say, the parent asks 你一个月赚多少? Then she very puzzled. She don't know how to answer.
You guess? Then they
should she say more or should she say less?
give a 你猜的 answer. Yeah, okay. Honestly speaking, my parents never really asked me that question. Yeah. Now that you say, 也没有嘞。
I think my parents did lah. You know, when I was really not doing so well, so like the first 2 years of my career, I think they asked that question more out of concern, you see, not really that they want you to give more allowance or whatsoever. I think it's more of like they're afraid that you don't have enough, right? You still need to give them allowance. They just worry that, you know, you're not eating good, well enough outside, right? And you need money for your business, etc. But then after that, of course, as you progress into the career, they see that you can afford certain things, then you can bring them for dinner, all this. Then I don't think they will ask anymore. Yeah. I think my mom only asked me, like, every Chinese New Year, how much angpao I'm going to give her, that's all. This year is more than last year. So yeah, of course, inflation have to be more. Yeah.
Like I said, there's a lot of challenges when you first started as a new financial consultant. Because like, you know, mid-career switch, right, you always think like, can you do it? Then what if, you know, people actually, your friends around you actually start to, you know, question you, hey, why you had a, you know, stable job, why would you actually switch over to insurance agent? And then it's like, there's no, you know, you don't have a stable income, and then will you be able to do it? What happens if you are like one of those people who, you know, like selling those plans, then after that you leave like half a year later and that kind of thing. So technically you're answering these kind of questions, like you just have to be firm of what you want to do. Then you just have to continue and then make sure that, you know, these kind of questions don't really like keep you down, that you slowly giving up. Because when you do a mid-career switch, you just have to find ways to earn income and all. Of course, it's like, you know, every month there's always ups and downs, but you just have to keep doing it right. Yeah. And of course, like newer clients, and then when you get more clients, and then you realize that, hey, who is this? And then you just have to remember, you know, somebody approached you, and you have to remember, you know, their portfolios and everything, then to find out. And because like sometimes they ask certain things, right, from you, right, you just have to, okay, on the spot I have to really like open it up for them, because they needed some information or something. So our schedule is like, people will keep thinking that, oh, you're very free, but in actual fact, not really there, because, you know, when clients have this allocated free time, right, you just have to force, you know, squeeze your time for them. So like basically your me time and whatever is like, push back. Yeah. So it's quite in a rush, in the sense that your meal is also pushed back, because sometimes they tell you that, I need free during lunch, then after lunch, then have a meeting. So you make sure that you have to like squeeze through that an hour for them.
Obstacles, right, challenges as from a financial consultant point of view. So allow me to say this from a leader point of view. So the leader point of view is I think the main challenge is to think of how to protect the rice bowl of so many people, you see. Right? So right now there are close to in the group, around 100 in the group. So you see, it's about constantly thinking, constantly streamlining the process to ensure that these 100 people can at least survive in our group, right? But then of course, after a while, I realized that it's too ideal, right? Because you cannot make everybody happy. So if you want to make everybody happy, you go and sell ice cream. So even if you sell ice cream, you cannot make everybody happy, right? So after that, I think we start to change, right? It's not really about myself, right? We discuss among the leaders to really shift the focus, as long as 70 to 80% of the people within our group can survive, can do well, then we are in the right direction, right? So I think the struggle is really about having that ownership. Right now, it's not just your rice bowl, it's everybody's rice bowl, 100 plus rice bowl. You have to take care of that. And harshest thing I ever heard from someone, I really did thought of leaving the trade, right? That was during when I was first year in the trade as an advisor. Then I didn't do so well, so I pledged to do about 40,000 first year commission, right? So I ended up with $9,000 commission. So this happened during the year-end party. So one of the top manager then, right? So he came to me. I thought he's gonna, comfort me, tell me something sweet or what. But boy, am I wrong, man. So he put his arm over me and tell me that, hey, Kenneth, if you cannot do that kind of numbers, don't pledge that kind of numbers. So don't give empty promises to your boss. But to me, I'm a bit offended. I'm like, here I am, I'm trying my best, right? Because I joined the trade close to 30 years old. So compared to you, so we are the same age. So this senior manager and myself, we are the same age. So he already has, 20 plus people with him already. And then, I'm just a new kid on the block trying to survive. But I took that as motivation. I took that as a very strong motivation. Then I tell myself, hey, next year, year-end party, I don't want this guy to come and talk trash to me anymore. So then, of course, I use that as a positive motivation. Then, I start to do better and better and better. Then, of course, the rest is history. So, yeah, I think sometimes, so back to this, right? I think the harsh words, depending how you look at it, there's always two sides to the coin. You can take it negatively and let it affect you. But another part of you, you should channel this negativity into motivation. And this is the best revenge, right? I mean, there's no point you go and push him, I can tell that he's a bit drunk already. So I give him the benefit of doubt that he's drunk, he's high and then he said all those things, right? But I think the best way to really to prove yourself or prove him wrong is to work hard. I mean, work hard, work smart, achieve the goals that you have set out to achieve, and then create and make a name for yourself in the industry.